Hi, good afternoon everybody. Today I am going to teach you pie chart, which is as much easy as that of line graph and pie chart. Those I have already taught you in my previous video lectures. The links are in the description box. Just visit those links, see those, and then see the pie chart. So much easy. Fine. Now many students they get confused. Ma'am, we have learned line graph, we have learned bar chart also. Now what about pie chart? We don't know how to write it down. Just compare all these three videos. Just compare all these three types of graphs and then say me, then comment me. Have you found any difference, the basic difference in line graph, bar chart or pie chart? No. All are data descriptions. The basic method remains same. Anyhow, without any delay, I'm not going to waste your time. Let's go to the board. Let's go and learn pie chart and then say me, it's easy or difficult. Fine. With this method, if you go to write down that I'm going to teach you, you can score even 9 bands. Anyhow, let's start without wasting time. Okay, now let's start writing pie chart. As I said to you before in my previous video lectures also, line graph, bar chart, that any graph starts from introduction. How to write an introduction? Just include only 3 things. What? Type of graph, information and extra information. Here also, only the type of graph gets changed. Otherwise, the information also gets changed, but according to the statement you can write down and extra information you can get from the graph itself. So, I am going to teach you practically. Just see, very easy. See, what happens? The provided 2 pie charts. Here we have 2 pie charts. If we have 1 pie chart, you can start the provided pie chart. Illustrate, elaborate, consider, show, any vocabulary you can use. How different 4 sectors. This is what? Extra information. Contribute in the economy of the Italy. In the statement it has been written percentage wise. See, the data is given in percentage. So I have written percentage wise, very easy. In 1990 and 2000, very easily we can finish introduction of any graph. I'm going to give you some time. Just write down the introduction of this graph also. WhatsApp me, mail me, or you can comment me also. You have the time. Please write it down in your own words also. Try. Okay? Now you have the time. Start. Okay, let's go to the body part of the graph. Actually, body part of graph, any graph, the method remains same. Whether it's line graph, bar chart, table, pie chart or any graph, means we need to describe the data. See, first of all, in my line graph video lecture, bar chart video lecture, I said you to group the data. And here also we can group the data. The way I am going to teach you to write on the body of pie chart, you can achieve even 9 bands. See what happened. The vocabulary means like increase, decrease, incline, decline, that remains same for writing the body of any graph. Just change the data and the type of the graph. Now, see, many students they get confused. Ma'am, how to write down means how to start the body of any graph. You can start with the highest or the lowest. This is the very easy technique that I am going to give you. For example, over here, see, I have started from maximum. What? See, they are talking about what? Economic income of Italy. Economic income of Italy. That Italy got from different sectors like government, education, trade and business. So I can start from here also. Economic income of Italy from government. Means from government sector, the income and economy of Italy was maximum, was the highest. So was the highest. What was that? Exactly 60%. Now what? In 1990. So what I did? I started from the highest. The economic income of Italy from the government sector was the highest, exactly 60% in 1990. And now, just to comparison, for getting 9 bands, what happened in 2000? In 2000, what Italy experienced? Wonderful vocabulary. And experienced a slight decrease. Why a slight decrease? See, the vocabulary I have shared with you people in my line graph video lectures, bar chart video lectures also. Just open it. The link is in the description box. Slight rise means it was 60% in 1990. That contribution was 60% in 1990, and in 2000 it was 57%. Slowly, just by 3%, subtract. You can subtract, you can add, multiply or divide. Means you can do subtraction, addition, multiplication and division. Just to decorate your graph's body, to get more bands. So a slight decrease of 3%. See, 60% minus 3 is 57%. 3% in 2000. So see, it is really very easy to start writing body of any graph. Fine. Now I am going to give you some time just to write it down in your own language. Alright, hope everybody has understood how to start writing body of this pie chart or any graph. You must have written it. Just get me in the comment box, or you can mail me also, or you can WhatsApp me also if you feel any kind of problem. I'm moving ahead. After government sectors, you can move towards education sector also. Just move clockwise or anti-clockwise. Or you can take from the middle also. Anyhow, later the education sector. See, I want to give you the vocabulary so that you can get 9 bands, 8 bands or 8.5 bands. So for that, later education sector accounted for. You can use this word. Less than 30%. See, 27% and 26%. Means it's less than 30% of Italy's economy. We are talking about Italy's economy, in which different sectors contributed in 1990 and 2000. So later the education system accounted for less than 30% of Italy's economy in both the years. Which years? 1990 and 2000. Just mention it. In 1990 and 2000, the contribution was just more than 25%. So in this manner, we can say the contribution was just more than 25% but less than 30%. See what? In which tense the body we should write down in any of the graph. Task 1, writing. IELTS writing. I said to you in my previous video lectures, line graph and bar chart also, it depends on the duration. 1990, 2000 means before 2020, obviously simple past tense. Introduction, I just recommend you to write it down in simple present tense, and overview also simple present tense. So here also I have written, means I have started to write down the body in simple past tense. Now you have some time again just to write it down, and if you feel any kind of problem, give me a message on WhatsApp, comment me in the comment box of this lecture, and mail me. Now start. I'm giving you some time. Now later what happens? We can move to the next sector. Next industry sector is business. See what the business sector's contribution in the Italy's economy. That is exactly 10% in 1990, but again it increased to 15% in 2000. So we can start like this. That business, which comprised absolutely 10% of Italy's economy in 1990 and inclined by 5%. Incline means addition. As I said to you before, we can add, subtract, divide and multiply also. It was 10% in 1990 and 15% means 10 plus 5. So inclined by 5% in 2000. If it decreases, then you can say declined by 5%. If in case from 10 to it decreases to 5%, then you can say. Otherwise, again I am repeating, then business which comprised absolutely 10% of Italy's economy in 1990 inclined by 5%, means from 10 to 15 means 10 plus 5 is 15. So incline means increased by 5% in 2000 and became the third sector. See, first the maximum or the highest contribution was of government, followed by education, and business was the third sector. So it became the third sector that contributed in the economy of the Italy. As I said to you before, that we can count it. See, government was the first sector, education second, and business was the third sector that contributed in the Italy's economy. Okay, so in this manner we have finished government, education and business. Now you have some time to write it down. If possible, write down in your own language. Comment me, WhatsApp me or mail me. I will assist you. Okay, now start. Okay, now let's finish the body part of this pie chart. See what happens here. We are left with only one industry sector, and that is trade sector. Minimum, the least contribution the trade sector did in Italy's economy. 3% in 1990 and 2% in 2000. means very least difference is there. So we can start writing like this. Now talking about Italy's economic income from trade. Then clearly, see, this is the vocabulary. It was below 5% in both the years 1990 and 2000. See, very clear? 3%, 2% means less than 5%. So we can say that it was below 5% in both the years. So now I'm just elaborating it. That was exactly 3% in 1990 and experienced a slight fall. Experienced, simple past tense, a slight fall of 1% in 2000. So here, 3 minus 1 is 2. So I'm just what doing? See, I'm adding, subtracting, or I could say when multiplication is needed, I'll do the multiplication also, I'll do the division also. See, very easy for writing body of any graph. Along with that, I have given you vocabulary also. In this manner, if you write down a graph, means with help of vocabulary also, there are high chances for you to get 9 bands. You can surely get 9 bands. Okay, so again I'm going to give you some time to write it down, and if in your own language you want me to check your this graph, you can WhatsApp me or you can mail me also, or you any problem comment me also. Now you have the time, just start writing. Alright, let's go and finish this pie chart. Hope everybody has understood introduction, body, and now this is the turn of overview. As I said to you before, as I explained to you before in my previous video lectures, line graph and pie chart also, never include in overview what you have already mentioned in the body part of the graph. I'm going to teach you practically. See what? See, in overview, trade sector contributed minimum, means the least contribution was of trade sector, and the highest contribution was of government sector. You can see it very clearly. So I can write it down like this. Overall, trade industry sector is the only one that contributes the least, means minimum, in the economy of the Italy, and government sector is the most significant one, or significant in both the years. You can mention 1990 and 2000. But please, I said you already that never mention data in overview. Okay, so now you have time to write it down. Just explain it to me in your own language also, WhatsApp me or mail me. Now you have the time, start. So now tell me, how was it? Easy or difficult? Hope you will find it easy, but still if you have found it little bit difficult, no worries. Just say me, I'll give you so many other methods also. This method can give you even 9 bands. But if you wanna learn of 6 bands, 7 bands also, just comment me in the comment box, and I'm going to give you homework. Just write the same pie chart in your own language, WhatsApp me, mail me, or any problem, comment me. Till the time, best of luck, bye-bye, take care.